So, at the top left, as the brown Zerg, we do have trutaCz. And at the bottom right, as the orange Terran, we have First Child, who I'm pretty sure is Cryoc. It'd be funny if this was not actually Cryoc, and I just completely made a mistake. But, I mean, we're on Polaris Rhapsody, right? So this has got to be a legit game. Okay, and they were confirming that this was actually played. So trutaCz going to try and at least defend LRM's honor a little bit, and maybe get one win on the board for them. And it's going to be on Polaris. Very interesting. I'm trying to think. Does Polaris have the double gas in the corners? It does, right? Yeah, okay. So like if Zerg takes a corner base, you can go straight to 4 gas. But the close third is a mineral only, and the other close third is a mineral only as well, right? Yeah, so that's a mineral only, that's a mineral only, corner double gas, side bases have gas. Okay, gotcha. Good. Guys, this is kind of like a clan league, just with 4 teams, and they're playing a double elimination bracket. So it's LRM versus iFU here, and the other side is SAS versus NB, which I'll also be casting today, and also be casting the first losers match. And yeah, and then the teams will play double elimination until we get a winner. The winner will get $250. Second place, I believe, takes $100. So there's a $350 prize pool altogether. Very, very awesome stuff. Thanks to AWA for organizing this. And I need to double check who the sponsor is, unless AWA wants to tell me right now. But I will double check that after this game. Feel a little bit embarrassed that I've forgotten. The classic Sayle goldfish memory is coming into play, unfortunately. Probably on Wikipedia. I'll check it afterwards, because there seems to be some stuff happening here. We actually don't have 12 hatch here from trutaCz. I wasn't paying attention to what this was, but presumably this was something like a 12 pool with gas, so like a 2 hatch muta focused opening, if you guys know what I mean. Where the heck are these guys going? So I'm just trying to make sure that the hatch rate could be big. Oh, that's a rally point. Oh, okay. Like what? Oh yes, Prowler. Prowler is a sponsor. Okay, sweet. Okay, so Prowler is the sponsor of this Throwback event, and there is going to be a full Gambit's Cup 4 clan league sponsored by Gilded.gg that will happen a little bit later. So yeah, if you have a team, you want to sign up for some awesome clan wars, then check it out on Team Liquid. AWA is posting links in the chat. I thought it was Prowler, but I didn't want to say Prowler and be wrong about that. You know, do the usual caster thing. That'd be terrible. Okay, so we got a little depot blocking action here in the front, and there's the lair, as I mentioned. I'm pretty sure it was a 12 pool into 2 hatch Mutalisk. It's a pretty good map for mutas. So on the middle of the map, the shortest attack distance for the Marines is going to be to move across these narrow bridges. Now, the immediately obvious application of these bridges for Zerg is to burrow lurkers on the other side, right? So the Marines have to walk in a line. But what actually also works really nicely is mutas can abuse these bridges as well when the Marines are attacking, because normally when you fight mutas with Marines, you want to bunch up as much as possible, right, to get all your shots off. That's why Mutalisks like to, for example, hang around the ramps and the cliffs. So, you know, if the mutas are like up here and your Marines are trying to run up, they run in a line and you pick them off. It's kind of the same principle with those middle bridges. If the Marines are running in a line, the mutas can kind of harass the Marine force that's moving forward, while only like half the Marines can shoot, and the other half are kind of stuck on the other side of the bridge. So that's pretty nice. It'd be interesting to see trutaCz's Muta Micro. What do we actually have here? Okay, so it's actually a 2-Axe Academy from Cryoc. He's not going for the +1 build. And the Spire is almost done. Now, since it's 2 hatch, trutaCz is going to have to do quite a bit of damage. So we'll see how he does that. But this similar to Heartbreak Ridge, this cliff behind the natural is accessible from the main. It's part of the main base. So if Cryoc wants to, he can build turrets on the high ground. And I think that's a good idea, at least to provide vision up there. So I think it's a little bit more difficult to harass the natural if Cryoc prepares sufficiently for this. And he did scout the fast pool and gas here. So Cryoc should expect a 2-hatch Mutalisk build. I mean, it can be, you know, some kind of weird Lurker all-in build. But the most likely conclusion, especially actually since he went in with the second SCV and didn't see a den, would be that this is 2-hatch Mutalisks. I'm actually not 100% sure what he saw with that second SCV. I wasn't really paying attention. But we do have scans as well, just to confirm what's going on. The mutas are already out, so I don't think he saw them, but is already prepared here with these turrets. And you can see building a turret on the high ground. That's exactly what I was talking about. Give himself some vision. Might want to build a second one up here even, because if trutaCz does pick this one off, then he will lose vision. Yeah, there we go. Second turret all the way on the back. So really nice preparation. It's a nice line too, because the bunker even kind of covers the top side. And here we go. Muta's coming in. Gonna try and stop the second turret from finishing. He does succeed, but it's a little bit difficult to attack into 3 turrets with only those mutas. And look at this, no turrets in the main mineral line. Cryoc is actually basically building like a wall, a circle around his base here with these turrets covering the left side. Oh man, trutaCz taking a lot of damage here. Oh my goodness. 1 muta falls. He is taking an insane amount. 2 mutas already down here for trutaCz. More turrets on the way as well. Now the thing is, if trutaCz is brave enough to actually fly past these turrets into the main base, the inside of the main is quite exposed, but that would be a very, very brave thing to do. And if there were turrets in the main, he'd be a little bit stuck as well, and not to mention, you know, the Marines are all standing there, so not the greatest position. Now trutaCz deciding not to take a corner double gas base, instead going for the left side here. Just a regular single gas base, but this is more easily defensible. It's a very narrow entrance. You can just plant a couple of lurkers like this and defend it. Whereas the corner bases are a lot more exposed. And here we go, trutaCz actually going for it. He's going on the inside. There were no turrets here, as I mentioned, which means he does get some SCV kills before the Marines can come back, but he's going to take a lot of turret fire on the way out. Oh man, he's kind of caught between the turrets and the Marines. Going to take so many turret shots on the way out. Oh, 2 more Mutalisks do fall down. And trutaCz is not in a happy place. Although, I mean, he did do a good amount of damage, though. He's actually an even supply. So I take it back. I don't know. Maybe trutaCz is actually okay. Oh, man, he's coming back in here. He's taking a lot more turret fire. But it looks like he's going to kill both turrets on the high ground. The Marines are coming back to try and defend. And another Mutalisk falls. But this SCV count does not look that great to me. Yeah, look at this. I think trutaCz has actually done sufficient damage with his Mutalisks to make it worth it, right? And he's still going. Oh, he's got +1 attack as well. Getting that attack upgrade for his Glaive Worms. This is something you usually only see if the Zerg goes 2-hatch Muta. 3-hatch Muta Zerg doesn't upgrade their air units unless, you know, they're going like Guardians later on. So they get the upgrades much later. But when you go 2-hatch Muta, it's actually relatively common to see the attack upgrade just to give you that little extra bite to your mutas. And oh man, getting these 2 turrets on the edge. And remember, the attack upgrade actually, not only does it apply to the first attack, but it actually applies to the bounce as well. So you know, the Glaive Worm bounces twice, does a 3rd damage each time. So with base damages, that's 9, 3, and 1. The +1 attack makes it 10, 3, and a 3rd. And 1 and, you know, some fraction there. And you might be like, Sayle, that doesn't make sense. There's no fractional damages. Actually, the way Broodor calculates damage, it actually calculates it to 1 decimal place, I believe. So fractional damage does apply, which is why sometimes you get weird situations where things seem to do uneven amounts of damage that don't make sense. It's because it calculates it to, it has like, it does it, you know, under the hood to 1 decimal place. Anyway. Useless Broodor trivia. What do we got here? Still no Den or Queen's Nest, unless I'm completely blind, which is certainly debatable. More Medic Marine hanging out. +1 armor on the way. Only 2 barracks actually still. while going up to that science facility. I guess his economy's been quite hurt here. He can't really afford the extra barracks production, and I mean, the fast vessel is going to help a lot, but it's interesting that he's only been producing off these 2 barracks. That's going to hurt him in the long run, I think. I'm surprised he can't afford even 1 more barracks. Huh. But it looks like he really can't. Which is, again, nice for trutaCz, but trutaCz also is pretty low eco himself. Sorry, I'm too busy trying to see what's going on in the bases. Looks like 3 more turrets fall. trutaCz is almost like semi all in on the mutas still. You know, he's not really teching up. He's not really droning up that much, but he's got quite a few mutas, it seems, able to just muscle down that bunker. Uh-oh. Gonna take down the supply depot as well, but look, you see what I mean? There's very few drones and no additional tech. He's going super hardcore on these mutas, and as soon as the vessel comes out with a radiate, that's really gonna make things difficult for trutaCz as well. 1 good irradiate could immediately ruin his day, and that should be coming out shortly. Yeah, the first vessel is out. Irradiate does not appear to be researching. I don't know if that means it's finished already. But if it's finished already, then we are, you know, less than 20 energy away from potentially a game-changing irradiate onto these mutalisks. I mean, trutaCz has been doing a ton of harassment. Yeah, he's losing mutas, but he's been making a lot of mutas as well. And look at this, he's just muscling down the turrets in the back. Cryoc just holding on as best as he can. He really needs that irradiate now. Does he have it? That is the question. The mutas going into the main base. The SCVs are evacuating. Cryoc does not have the units to deal with these mutalisks. Where is the irradiate? He's got the energy. Does he have it? He does have it! Can trutaCz split it out? He's trying to do the split. He does do a pretty good job of the split, but the problem is the Marines come in at exactly the same time and are able to take out a lot of the mutas on the way out. 3 mutas able to escape from that irradiate. What an insane matchup this is. Non-stop action on such low eco as well. Alright, finally we have the hydrogen being made for trutaCz, finally realizing that he can't end the game with just his mutalisks. I mean, with the irradiate out, even if he does do decent splits, it's only a matter of time. It only takes 1 slip up, 1 slightly slow pull on the irradiated mutalisk for your entire stack to die. So he realizes he has to actually go up to the lurkers, but look at how much damage he's doing. The Marines are all on the wrong side. He's just taking down these SCVs in the front. Lings could even potentially run in the front now, and there finally is another group, but there's another irradiate as well. Another decent split here by trutaCz. He's got to be careful not to put them back together. Very quick reaction time here from trutaCz, but even with a quick reaction, just a few ticks of that irradiate really hurts the mutas, and +1 carapace has even been researched for trutaCz here, really going hard on these mutas. He's even a Scourge here for the vessels. But man, trutaCz going full on Jaedong mode. Holy moly. 1-1 is done for the Marines as well, though. Keep in mind. But look at this! The Scourge! Oh no, the back Scourge bugged out. He did get 1 vessel, but the other 2 Scourge for some reason bugged out. I guess he just didn't right-click on the vessel. I have no idea what this drone is doing here. Maybe he had like a larva selected in order to stack his dudes or something like that. Or maybe it's like a misrally or a misgroup, but whoa, mutas going in hard. The Marines are fighting them straight on. Usually you do not want to engage with just mutas straight on attack moving into Marines. You need to do the micro to make it efficient, but look at how much damage he is still doing. 61 supply for Cryoc against 61 now for Zerg as well. My screen is all over the place. What's going on in the main? Looks like Lurker research is almost done. Another hatchery going in the main. He's still on very low drone count though. And another irradiate, another pretty quick pull it looks like, not too much damage. Hydras are finally down here, so Lurkers will be coming in. And remember, the bunker was killed. Looks like remaking the bunker. Cryoc did scan the main base. He knows the Hydra den is done. He knows Lurkers will be arriving imminently. So this bunker is absolutely required. And there's another irradiate, but it's on the edge Mutalisk, so it's very easy for trutaCz to actually split that one out. But up to 3 vessels now, though, which is pretty crucial. Oh my god, look at this. 7 Lurkers are morphing on the left side. trutaCz, can he bust the front with the Lurkers? That could be what he needs. That could be the game-deciding blow. But I thought that Irradiates might be game deciding, and they haven't decided the game yet, so who knows. Siege mode is almost done. If a couple of siege tanks with siege mode line up behind the bunkers, they will be massive against the lurkers, but it's not in time! It's not in time, there's no siege mode yet, the lurkers are coming in, one lurker does fall, a lot of marines are getting skewered, the tank is trying to do what it can, another Irradiate is ready on this vessel, and it looks like siege mode finishes. And that's going to be absolutely key. Looks like a Radiate on the lead lurker as well. Can Cryoc hold here? So many lurkers are coming in though. So many lurkers. trutaCz is walking into the natural. The SCVs are in range of the lurkers. Cryoc is trying to hold, but he's got nowhere to run with the SCVs. He's just taking, he's face tanking, and it looks like the lurkers were not actually firing on the SCV line, which means Cryoc is able to keep his SCVs alive. Look at these SCVs just mining away in the middle of all the madness and the chaos. The Lings, can they take down the siege tank? If they take down the siege tank, this lurker could just kill everything right now. They do take down the siege tank, but it gets irradiated, and the SCVs survive, but the vessels might not. Holy, what a game this is! Non-stop aggression, but that was a huge investment. Look at trutaCz. He's down to 42 supply. 42 is not the magic number in this game. That's a very low supply, and some of that is even in Scourge. His eco was so low. Remember. He's still, like, semi-all-in. It feels weird calling it an all-in, given that we're, like, over 15 minutes into this game, I think. But it just feels, given his low economy, you know, no hive anywhere in sight, and still going for Mutalisks. This is, like, the longest Muta all-in I've ever seen. It's gotten so long, he went for a Lurker all-in and has now gone back to Mutas. This is insane. But I don't think trutaCz can keep this up. His economy's so low. Okay, he's getting another base, but does he not need like a couple more? Okay, he made some drones. Okay, he did make some drones. I was gonna say, he needs a couple more drones, right? Cryoc, on the other hand, getting another barracks. Getting 2 more barracks, but he's actually getting quite low on his main base. He's getting dangerously low to mining out his main. Oh man. How interesting would that be? The funny thing is, trutaCz, by being on so few drones, is just not going to mine out for a really long time. So if this war of attrition means they never get another base, which is not true because trutaCz is expanding, but, you know, it's going to be really weird. trutaCz, and Cryoc, for some reason, is floating a little bit of money. I guess that's why he's getting the extra barracks. But here we go, he's moving out. I get a free Overlord. I guess that was used for stacking the Mutas. Now, he's got to be careful. Remember, I mentioned these bridges make it a little bit dangerous. If there's lurkers on the other side, even Mutalisks can really abuse that terrain. It's much safer to go up either the right side or the left side. And you can see, okay, he's going up the left side, so he doesn't have to deal with that terrain situation. And building some bunkers to defend his base. He's at 100 supply right now, getting a little bit supply blocked. Zerg at 68. Still no Queen's Nest. Pure lair tech here. Muta, Lurker, Ling. The outcome of this engagement could decide the game. Here we go. There's the Irradiate. The Science Vessel falls. There's more Science Vessels in the back, though. It's 3 siege tanks. The Lurkers get all up in the Marines' faces. But it looks like Cryoc is going to hold this. trutaCz trying his best. D-Matrix on the siege tank. It's going to be extremely close, though. It is actually so close. Oh my god, they're attacking the D-Matrix one, though. They're attacking the D-Matrix. The clutch D-Matrix, I think, actually won that engagement for Cryoc. I think without that D-Matrix, I think trutaCz would have won that engagement, but Cryoc with the absolutely clutch D-Matrix there, not using the Irradiate, using his 100 energy, or 75 or whatever it is, for the D-Matrix, saved that engagement, and kept, well, like 7 units alive. But those 7 units in such a scrappy game is absolutely huge. Holy moly, more Scourge coming out though. Oh man, there's quite a low Marine count here. trutaCz realizes this is a good opportunity to go for the vessels. Oh no, why did they turn away? Oh no, he could have got it, I think. But they were in the same control group as everything else. So he just moved everything else back. And now the third base is in serious trouble. I don't see any way for him to hold this, especially if the Marines go in here. This is now a choke point. This is a reverse choke point that the Zerg has to go into if he wants to save this base, and there's no way he can attack into this. trutaCz is going to lose this base. He's going to lose these drones. This is a third of his economy gone. He has so few drones in total, and even though he does have the top right base, just losing the drones there is a huge blow to trutaCz. trutaCz at 61 supply, Cryoc at 116. Holy moly. I mean, I did say, guys, I did say before this match started that iFU, with all the Terrans against Zergs, would have a pretty nice time. Although, interestingly, Eon Zerg managed to buck the trend there and win his ZBT. But 120 supply now for Cryoc against only 71 for trutaCz. Massive advantage for Cryoc, I'd say now. Oh my god, here we go though, but if he can kill some of these vessels, it'll be huge, but he actually doesn't quite spread the Scourge correctly. And it looks like the double irradiate on the Mulus as well. It's going to be incredibly close. Oh my god, it's so close again! And if he kills all the Marines, he can kill the siege tanks for free. 2 mutas remain, and they're going to be enough to kill the 2 siege tanks. The medics abandoning the siege tanks and fleeing for the base. It's going to take the mutas like a million years to kill these tanks, but they are going to kill them in the end. And the rest of the mutas coming in, going to get the vessels. Maybe trutaCz is going to turn it around. trutaCz is turning it around. He's going to kill the Terran army. Maybe trutaCz is going to turn it around. Now, Cryoc has been macroing up in his base. He's got 4 more siege tanks in his base, but he's mined out. This is what I'm talking about. He's going to be mined out. Cryoc is going to be mined out in like 3 seconds. He's got a 3rd command center. He's got to hold his base now. He can't attack anymore. He just has to defend his 3rd base because he's going to have no more money. Holy moly. What's going on in trutaCz's base? trutaCz has a lot of overlords over here. And this base, I mean, if Cryoc could attack that base, it's completely exposed, but I don't think he can. He's got to make sure he doesn't starve to death. He's got 50 minerals. trutaCz, Cryoc, he needs money. Oh my god. trutaCz is about to suffer a severe depression. A severe economic crash is about to happen for trutaCz. Oh man, quick. Everybody sell your stocks, man. Or wait, for Cryoc, I mean. Cryoc's economy is going to be tanking hard. He is taking a 3 o'clock base. Oh, nice irradiate though. Decent-ish split. Alright. Oh man, these are 3-1 Marines though. 2 carapace is finished for trutaCz, but these Marines are just so painful. And trutaCz is actually, or Cryoc rather, is not that scared. He wants to go for the attack still. He's not holding back to defend his 3rd base. The best defense, I guess, is a good offense. And here we go, rolling into the top right. Nothing trutaCz can really do. He might be able to pick off the vessels, but unfortunately, he's not at his Scourge anymore. He's going to grab 1 vessel. It looks like, no, he's not. He goes for the other one. Oh man, a bit of a misplay there by trutaCz. I guess he was trying to be greedy and thought the bounce would kill this one, so he went for the other one as well. But unfortunately, he doesn't kill either of those science vessels. Cryoc, meanwhile, he's got his... Oh man, look at these. He's got fire bats here. He's well prepared to defend this base, and his army's coming straight back here. Cryoc showing no fear in this game against Zerg. Really playing aggro Terran. I love this game from both players. Really amazing. And this could be the final attack for trutaCz. Can he do anything? He can. He loses everything. GG! trutaCz! GG's out. And Cryoc completing the sweep for iFU.